Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Battletech. Listen, I don't want to make any rash pronouncements. I don't want to get too far out of myself here. But I'm wondering if I'm maybe like losing the joy for the work? The spark feels like it's gone. Because you know what, I look at this Atlas with the pair of AC-20s, with all of those SRM tubes, machine guns, a firepower bar that is 100% full, rating 14, 414 max damage on an alpha strike. But for some reason, this thing is just, it's failing to make me feel that way that I used to feel inside when we got to put an AC-20 on the mech. Maybe I'm just getting jaded in my old age here. I've been commanding mercenaries too long. No longer excited by the prospect of doing 100 damage to something. I think this is a good build. I still do have concerns about the extreme slowness of this mech, and with no jump jets at all, partially because they're heavy, assault jump jets are 2 tons each, and partially because we're at a system that has no store, and it turns out I don't have any assault class jump jets. I'm really worried about being able to get into range. I'm going to try this build. We're going to see how it goes. We definitely want a pilot with, like, sensor lock and stuff in here. Yeah, we'll give this a shot. I stripped the Thunderbolt for parts. The Battlemaster gave up its really good AC-20 and took a normal one. So there are going to be some changes around here. But this seems like a really good way to run this mech. I know it's samey. I wish I had built a more fun thing here. But it just seems very, very good. I will say that I don't agree with the torsos being so poorly armored while the arms are so heavily armored. I'm like, we're going to strip a little. Here, let's do this. That makes a little bit more. In fact, we could probably even go a little further in that direction. I don't want to make the arms too soft, because if the arms keep getting blown off, then we're talking about having to spend days on repairs. But 140 with 85 structure is still pretty strong. We're not losing anything special if we lose a machine gun. And this gives us a little bit more cushion when we're side attacked, because we have some very good components in these side parts. So you may have noticed that we say 97 of 100 here, and that heat efficiency bar is terrible. That's because I want to talk about the Exchanger a little bit. We're going to put the Exchanger in this mech, but I wanted to talk about it a little first. So what this thing does is, it reduces the heat generated by your weapons by 15% in exchange for 3 tons. So we are currently alpha striking at 72 heat, plus 36. That's rough, you know? So right now, a 15% reduction in heat is going to be north of 10 heat reduced under normal circumstances when alpha striking. 3 tons worth of heat sinks would only reduce our heat by 9, so the Exchanger is a little bit more efficient in that circumstance. It is a little bit less efficient at reducing our heat on turns where we don't fire all of our weapons for the purpose of reducing heat. Like, if we get too high and I want to throw a punch or something. We will get no benefit from it there. But the thing that's really sold me on including it in the mech is that unlike heatsink components, thermal exchangers are not impacted by the surrounding environment. So when we're in a desert or a Martian biome and our heatsinks are dramatically reduced in effectiveness, the Exchanger will still do its full job. And I think that's pretty compelling. In a lot of cases, the Exchanger is going to be a little bit better than the 3 tons worth of heatsinks it's replacing, and in some circumstances it will be, like, way better. Okay. We're still plus 25 heat on the shot, so we want to be... I kind of want to have a pilot in here with sensor lock and coolant vent. That might be where we're at. And coolant vent's above bulwark, right? So we get bulwark with that combination. There's definitely something to be said for a breaching shot pilot here, though. Breaching shot bulwark, the 2 new pilots we're training up, could be interesting, because we'll have multi-shot then, and we can just fire AC-20s at 2 different targets, guaranteed to punch through the armor. And actually, an SRM-6 as a breaching shot weapon isn't bad either, with the plus 4 damage. That's 72 damage on a hit. Yeah. I'm going to make it like this, and we're going to try it a little bit in combat, and if it turns out that it actually can't get close enough to stuff, then we will reconfigure it with maybe some AC-10s for the extra range or something. It's just, this is a lot of damage. We may have too many eggs in the basket of getting into short range. But, those are some big eggs, you know? That doesn't make sense. You know what I meant, though. So let's go ahead and push the Atlas all the way up to the top of the priority list. We're going to be traveling for, what, 14, 16 days? Something like that? So yeah, this is fine. The Orion is a really low priority. We should probably have the Battlemaster in the bay before that. And with that, we know where we're going. Let's get over there. Let's get over there and get paid, right? So there is a tonnage restriction on at least one of the missions in this Flashpoint. We have a handful of light mechs to take advantage of that. I don't know what that's exactly going to mean, but it's only a 3-skull difficulty. We could probably figure this out. So, Commander, my name is Justin Allard. You don't know me, but I've heard a great deal about you. There's a small matter that I could use your assistance with, if you're so inclined. Meet me at your earliest convenience, and we'll talk. Yeah, alright. You're a creepy-sounding dude, but let's get on it.
Roger that, Commander. Course plotted.
And we can hire on the rest of our new crew people here. And we're going to be paying mad money in salaries once we have the barracks completely full. Alright, Ms. Cunningham is pretty happy with us. The local pirate organization is less happy with us. You know, if you're going to make an omelet, you have to break a few Battlemechs, and then the people who own those Battlemechs are going to be extremely cross with you, because those things are expensive. Also, we're killing the pilots. I guess that should have been my first thought, is that, you know, human lives are being lost here. But think of the giant robots, though. Won't somebody, for once, think of the giant robots? This is really a man's inhumanity to robot kind of situation. We're pretty close to the end of that Argo upgrade, right? Okay, it'll finish right as we get to Merlin. And then with Medbay 3 up, I'm not exactly sure what we want to do next. We want to finish the Medbay, that's right. As much as I like the training upgrade, the loss of a big pilot would be really crappy here. So let's just, first of all, hit the store. We have stuff? We have no stuff. Hold on, why are all of the systems owned by the Federated Suns without stores? What is going on with that? We can sell to them, but they won't buy anything. Or they don't have anything for us to buy. Out of curiosity, what does that grasshopper go for? 727,000. And frankly, we could sell 2 of them off with no problems at all, because we still would have to. We need to go to a black market system next, because we're gonna get kicked out of the black market because of our bad pirate rep. I think that's a thing that's gonna happen, and I would really like to have an opportunity to spend all of this money on something really cool first. Alright, well I don't think we have... Oh, hiring hall. Are there people to be hired? There are people to be hired. I do love a pilot who is self-aware enough to call themselves Trash Can. We have 6 berths, and this is 6 pilots. Welcome to the team, everyone. Wow. Cool facial tattoos. Also, you're an officer of some type. That's neat. That sounds fun. Yeah, I'm just hiring everybody.
New mech warriors available. New mech warriors available. New mech
Welcome aboard, all humans. I dig your blue eye makeup. You'll fit in real well. Also, I don't want to go telling tales out of school here. Verify this before you act on it. But I heard somewhere that new mech warriors are available. So, we're definitely bringing the A-team. I should probably make sure that the A-team is all leveled up. And I also want to check out the contracts before we step into the Flashpoint mission. Not because this provides any value to us, but just because I'm curious. This is like a 3.5 skull world, or a 3 skull world? Something like that. So we have a Karita job against the Federated Suns. Another Karita job against the Pirates. A Federated Suns job against the Capellans. And a Karita job against the Federated Suns. What's my Federated Suns rep right now? Sorry, that's a Taurian job against the Federated Suns. I'm wondering if maybe we want to do all these jobs against the Federated Suns before doing the Flashpoint? Just thinking here, like... No, we're probably not going to cap our rep on this Flashpoint, right? My concern there was, like, it doesn't make sense for us to get rep over 100 and then come back down, but there's no way we get to 100 here. That said, do Do we have any indication if this mission would become unavailable to us if we lost rep with them? Because I don't want that to happen. This job is offering a huge amount of money for the payout. We should definitely take this. Yeah, we might delay. I'm going to delay the Flashpoint until after we do hostile acquisitions. Let's do this right now. There's a 4.5 skull recovery mission on this world. That sounds like it'll be a challenge, an interesting challenge. Yeah, this is something we should do right now. It's 3.5 skulls. It's possible that there's going to be some real good mechs here, but also, like, that's a million sea bills. Sorry, what's the text of the mission? I should read this. We've located a well-hidden Capellan research base on Merlin. We've already pacified the base, and the Federated Sons made very firm job offers to the scientists at the facility. You know, the kind of offer you don't want to refuse. Almost all of them have accepted. We need to evacuate those scientists before their previous employers hear about their new positions. Okay. We should expect the enemy to shoot to kill. No big surprises there. It's only a 3.5 skull. Yeah, we should be able to do this. So the only real question for me is 965 with 1 priority salvage, or do we just take 1.25 million sea bills and figure out the rest of our salvage needs on other missions? I'm kind of inclined to do this. If we get a piece of priority salvage, what are the odds that it's worth 300,000 sea bills? I mean, plus weapons are not a thing you can just buy necessarily, right? The supplies of those are limited and extremely random. And also, there could be a cool mech. I did not... Hold on, I'm sorry. Very unprofessional. I do not have my list of chassis up here. Alright, there we go. Sorry about that. So the only things we really need chassis-wise at this point are assaults, which I doubt we'll see on this mission, and mediums, which I'm sure we'll have plenty of chances to get. I'm going to go for the full cash. This is how we make the maximum number of points on this mission and also enable ourselves to buy totally cool stuff from the black market. Thunderbolt out. Atlas in. 350 tons of ridiculous mech dropping on people's heads here. So, do we want to go with the A-team pilots? Like, do we want to go all the way in here? I think we do. We still have people. Yeah, we still have Ricochet in the. Oh, what do you call it? Do I not have a pilot? Huh. I don't have a pilot with sensor lock and coolant vent. I would have sworn I did. Well, alright. No, I totally do. Razor's whole deal is having that. So she should pilot the Atlas. We can put Saber in here. We could bring Centurion in. I do like the sure footing. It's a desert biome, so I'm a little nervous about not bringing coolant vent on the Grasshopper, but she does get throw punches. She can throw a punch sometimes. And then, yeah, I'm going to bring the good pilots because I don't want anything to go wrong on this mission. I want this to be as solid as possible. So, it's like Sand Cricket piloting the Nobody, and then Eric the Red. You know, maybe we do just bring Coyote? I know he doesn't have good precision shot yet, but we just don't precision shot with him? Yeah, that's fine. It's this is the mech that I least want to use precision shot on anyway, right? Yeah, we can start getting him trained up. I think a Coyote here is going to become an important part of the team. Alright, so assuming nobody takes any serious damage here, it's possible that we are going to see Centurion get injured because there is no injury reduction cockpit in that Grasshopper. It's tough to drop a double plus damage SRM4, you know? Thing does some good work. Three and a half skulls in a desert biome. We are going to have to be pretty aggressive with the Grasshopper's positioning. Hopefully it's going to be able to pull around the side of enemy mechs by itself, since the Atlas is going to be no help in flanking. Like, the Atlas is pretty much just going to have to attack from wherever it can get to. With the Thunderbolt of the Battlemaster, we have a little bit more leeway with movement, especially since they both have jump jets. We can kind of move one around one side and the Grasshopper around the other, and so set up a position where we have one of our mechs must have their back. As it is now, the Grasshopper's probably going to have to go all the way around by itself. Alright, research base is just up ahead. There are hostiles in the area. No big surprise there. Once we've got the employees underway, we need to keep up with them and protect them.
Okay, y'all. Stay frosty.
There will be a payment bonus, almost certainly, if we are able to get all of the parts of our convoy escort out in one piece. And that payment bonus is, as always, going to be expressed as a percentage of the money we took for the mission, and that number is very large.
Roger.
So let us be cognizant of that. We're going to try really hard here. Oh, you actually can't get down here. You have to go all the way around. I guess you have to go all the way around there. Okay.
Ready for orders.
Let's have everybody else move first, because they're blocking the Atlas in a little bit.
Move into position. Aye, aye.
Yeah, it's not really, like, it's not that much slower than the Cyclopes, but it's still slow. And no jump jet at all, meaning that it has to actually like walk around in situations like this, I kind of hate. So here's a question. Do we just brace everything else until the Atlas gets around? I don't accidentally want to trigger combat while it's still so far away. You know what? It's a 3.5 skull mission. I'm going to, like, take some half moves with the Grasshopper. Try to be in a good aggressive position.
Position confirmed.
If we end up pulling without the Atlas, we can probably get through at least the first part of this. Because remember, it's a 3.5 skull mission, but we're definitely going to see at least one, maybe two lances of enemies post picking up the convoy. So it's possible that there's no enemies on the map at all right now. They got to save some of that challenge budget.
Standing by. Got it.
I'm expecting, once we pick up the convoy, enemies appear. And once the convoy gets to its destination, more enemies appear, right? That seems to be the usual pattern.
On the move.
You can actually just chill for a turn.
Moving to position.
Alright, well, it turns out sure footing is probably a better play than bulwark here anyway, because I don't think that there's a lot of cover to be had.
Aye, aye.
Alright, do we know where we're going? There's a landing pad over there, so that's probably it. So we actually, I don't want to stand in the zone just yet.
Orders.
Ideally, I'd like to get the Atlas out the other side. I don't know, does running through the zone
On my way.
set the next phase of the mission off, or do I have to actually stop in it?
Confirmed.
We're going to have the Atlas be the one to pass through first, just in case. See if I can...
Heading out.
Okay, that does not seem to have triggered anything.
Confirmed.
Heading out.
This is probably good enough.
Heading out. Ready
Okay.
for orders.
Apparently this doesn't count as having set up in the area. I guess this point is sort of on the edge. Maybe I need to have more than one mech in the rally point?
Yes, Commander.
I don't think so, right? I don't think that's ever how it has seemed to work.
Roger.
Position confirmed.
Okay, yeah, it's just that point that was technically inside didn't actually count as being inside. Alright, Convoy will try to stay near us for protection. I'm a little worried about their positions here. Did I misjudge? No, this is the front of this vehicle.
Standing by.
Alright, we do have a 35 ton. Was that a striker? Huh. It's weird. Is indeed a striker. Well, like I said, they gotta be careful about the challenge. They have to meter it out over quite a large number of enemies.
Standing by.
Alright, this probably is enough to kill it, right? Yeah. We have to get 4 damage to the right or 9 damage to the front. I do believe we will be able to manage that.
Acknowledged.
The very first missile got the kill. I don't think we're going to be able to get in range of this other one, though. Well, we can, at the very least, pull a sensor lock with the Atlas. Oh, there's actually 2 of them over here. 60 and a 60.
Receiving you.
So, no Demolisher there.
Moving to position.
This is the flat ground normal move distance of the Atlas 7D.
Got a lock.
Oh, SRM carrier.
Receiving you.
Okay, that is a concern. I get a direct, yeah, a nice clean direct line here. The good news is this thing does not have a ton of health in any location. So wherever, provided the PPC hits, wherever it hits, we'll probably receive enough additional damage to finish the job.
Alpha strike.
I wonder if that is also an SRM carrier. Well, the good news is that at this distance, all of the convoy units are likely to survive. Okay, interesting. It has hidden itself in a little rocky area over there. I get the instinct, but unless they're going to call us up on the radio and surrender, I'm definitely still going to kill you, even if you don't shoot
Yes,
first.
Commander.
Can I get anywhere near? I cannot. That being the case, I think we just reserve. Have the Atlas hit the sensor lock, and then we'll move up afterward.
Time to earn our pay.
They have a 75-ton something moving
Waiting
in.
for orders.
Well, whatever it is, we can deal with it next turn. I think this is probably an SRM carrier.
I've got a sensor lock.
Yeah,
Ready for
profile was too similar to the other one for it to be anything else. Alright, between the two Cyclopes, we should have no problem dealing with this thing.
Roger.
Or just one will do.
Vehicle trashed.
Commander?
Well, we don't have another sensor lock available, but we do have a 6 evasion point sprint into range of this thing to open it up for Sand Cricket.
Confirmed.
And then I move before him on his next turn, so we can... Alright, it is a fully armored Orion.
Yes,
It's a scary mech. The thing has some abilities. It has guarded but no other damage reduction. Yeah, I think we're probably in a pretty good spot here. In fact, do I want to precision strike it right now? I guess I may as well. We are at the resolve cap. And we just go straight through, right? I'm not trying to preserve this thing, and the headshots are not likely enough to work out. Okay, we did not get very good
I'm receiving you.
grouping there.
Commander? Roger.
This might be the last thing before the convoy reaches the exit grid.
Take this.
It's a lot of very focused machine gun fire.
What's up, boss?
Oh, you know, same as ever.
Mission confirmed.
So we need 9 points of damage? That's a shame. Why couldn't it be 6? I would feel so much more secure if it was 6. I guess we could, 38 resolve each round of combat thanks to our comm system. We could drop down to 40 with our precision strike and still be at 50 after we kill this thing. But also, it's just, yeah, you know what? We don't need to. This will work.
Firing all weapons.
Firing everything is overkill, but I'm trying to guard against bad luck here. The variance would have had to have been very, very bad for that not to work. This is pretty cool. That's a big mining laser, and it's like heating the rock into magma with its incredible heat output. That's super neat. That's a neat looking thing. Alright, let's get this Atlas the hell out of everybody's way.
Position confirmed.
You're just gonna chill for a turn.
Position confirmed.
On my way.
So, expectation here. When one of them enters the exit zone, we're going to see a reinforcement group show up. And then we're going to have to protect them while they make the final move. And then we're going to kill off that reinforcement group really easily with a lot of autocannons. So I don't want to go too far here.
Moving out.
So I'm afraid of the vehicles forgetting what they were supposed to be doing. And also, I don't actually know what direction the enemy reinforcements might come in from. So, let's fan out a little bit, I guess. It's going to take forever for them to complete this animation. You could all just move at the same time. It would be okay. Alright, so I'm trying to speed through this. And with that, like... I don't know, I guess we move the Atlas around here, because they might come from this side? The Grasshopper can kind of chill here, because this is a good place that we could jump over, or... It gives us some good, good versatility.
Moving to position.
Is there a chance they come from up there? I suppose. I don't really know what I would do about that. I'm just going to stay down here. Alright, well, I'm pretty happy with these positions, so if they don't make it into the zone this turn, I think we're all just bracing. It really is very difficult to know where the enemies might show up from. Okay, the good news is I think they're all going to make it in there on the same turn. So, fingers crossed, we might actually get that pay bonus. Alright, here we go. More contacts on the sensors. No big surprise there. Okay. They're close-ish. It's nice to have people move on 3 here, so that the enemy doesn't get to go with their entire lance before I get to go and have an easy shot at just pulping one of the transports. Alright, they're all in, so all we have to do is make it to the end of the turn. It looks like one of them moves on 4, which I'm not wild about. But as long as he doesn't blow up a transport by himself, we can still get this bonus. Oh, no, one of them moves on 3. Okay, and he didn't do anything. And then 2 of them move on 2, and they don't have anything else.
Standing by.
Well...
Yes, Commander.
Grasshopper has to jump to get any movement going here, thanks to the convoys blocking me.
Here we go.
What is that? It is a Cataphract 1X with a fair amount of center torso health. We're going to be doing a lot of called shots to the center torso here.
Taking the shot.
It's just the easiest and most reliable way to get through. It would be tougher if we weren't so extremely well outfitted. Man, our mechs are good.
On the move.
So I probably don't have to call this. 32 to the center. I probably don't have to call this, but I still will, I think. Just for safety's sake. Because for real, we have way more resolve than we're going to need to finish this. And 32 damage is like just enough missiles hitting the same location that I'm nervous about it happening if we don't call it. Okay, so now there are other 2 mech moves, and if it doesn't destroy a convoy on its or a thing on its own, then we're really good. Okay, cool.
Orders.
Cool, cool, cool. And we get to fire the Atlas guns for the first time. Alright, this range is okay. So the Thunderbolt is definitely more dangerous. It's also behind 40% damage reduction, but I think we still might go for it first. Yeah, I'm going to go for it first. I think we can make this happen. Sorry, not you. Oh, I am in its side arc. That's a shame. But also, it's got LRM ammo in its center torso, so we don't have to hit center that hard. Get a lucky ammo explosion here.
Receiving you.
Alright. Gonna dump everything into the Thunderbolt and hope for that lucky ammo explosion I was talking about. Okay, there it is.
Tango down.
You fire enough missiles at a box that is full of missiles. Eventually something's gonna explode.
Good job. Objective secured.
Alright, optional objective. That's probably gonna be like a 20% increase in pay, which on this job is very significant. Very excited about that. And then unfortunately I did not precision strike this thing at all, so it does get a full turn. Or it does get a fast turn, rather, before all of us. Oh no! Not my Atlas. Whatever shall I do?
I'm receiving you.
For real though, what I shall do is reserve, because I want the Atlas to go first.
Waiting for orders.
Sorry, it's Razor.
On my way.
Let's see if I can just knock the middle out of this thing and leave all of its limbs spinning in the air.
Locking on target.
Aw, one of the autocannon shots didn't hit center. Okay.
Mission.
I'll say this, that Atlas is loaded to bear. It's a pain in the ass to maneuver it around, and we got lucky there in that I was able to sort of set the timing of the beginning of the engagement ourselves. But boy, it sure does shoot hard. Okay, so we got a 20% total boost. 1.5 million sea bills. Not too shabby. What do I get as salvage? I got... Okay, hey, that's not bad. I'm not upset about that at all. The plus damage is definitely the bonus that I care about most on the SRMs. The extra stability damage that we get on the triple plus is cool, but definitely not necessary. So that test did not do anything to make me feel better about the Atlas. I still think that it probably is, that it is potentially too slow for its job. Because again, like, we definitely had some turns there where it was not part of combat, and I got to pretty much determine when and where combat was going to happen on that one. So that the fact that we still weren't able to work it like we would have liked to work it in a situation where I was very much in control makes me nervous. Alright, who was in that mission? So you need to work on your tactics.
Training confirmed, Commander.
Called shot bonus is immediately going to make him so much more useful. Alright, who else was on that job? Man, we got a lot of pilots now. You are picking up probably plus health. And this is less about trying to make her survive stuff, because already 5 health is very hard to get through, and more about making it so that when she has to heal, she heals faster. Because the amount of time that it takes you to heal is based on the percentage of your health that you lost, I believe.
Training complete.
I think Saber might be the first one to get to all 10s. It looked like it was going to be Ricochet for a while there, but he got pasted pretty badly.
Receiving you.
God, we are so lucky he didn't just die there.
Training confirmed, Commander.
Okay. I think... Who else was on that job? We got everybody. Okay, I think with that, it is time to start the Flashpoint. There's rare items. The engagement length is short. There are no consecutive deployments, but we might have a tonnage restriction. Alright, let's figure it out. Commander Ballard, thank you for accepting my summons. I'm a busy man, so I'll make this brief. For nearly a year, a drunken oaf of a mercenary commander and his company of fools have been interfering in my business. These upstarts cannot threaten me directly, but their relentless demands on my time have proven distracting, like a cloud of gnats buzzing around my head. Sounds irritating. You have no idea. And at this critical juncture, they're wasting time that I can't afford to lose. You see, Commander, I've just been given a mandate to smooth over relations between the people of Kittery and their Federation government. It's a near impossible task, as anyone who knows Kittery could tell you. This Kittery. Previously under Capellan control, this inhospitable jungle world was conquered by the Federation, or the Federated Sons. Seems like the Capellans have lost a lot of territory out here. The resistance movement kept the world a war zone for many years. In the 3020s, House Liao returned and waged war for a more permanent liberation. So far, it has succeeded only in creating lasting enmity between the defending First Kittery borderers and the invading forces of the St. Ives Armored Cavalry. Okay, so the world's very war-torn. Oh, I know Kittery, Allard. And I know what you did to the invasion force on Spica back in 17. It was an impressive bit of work, I gotta say. You deserved that shiny gold medal you won. Ah, you're a veteran of the CCAF, I suppose. Interesting. If you were stationed on Kittery, you know what I'm up against. How fractious the political situation there has become. The Capellan Confederation Armed Forces is the military of the Capellan Confederation. Hey, I wonder how Yang feels about all this stuff we've been doing to the Capellans. I don't remember if he left, obviously, and he wasn't... I think he was disenchanted with their society, right? I hope so. Yeah, it's almost as if going around conquering planets creates political and social unrest. Ah, but what do I know? I'm just a mech tech. Anyway, we're getting into the weeds here. You've got a gnat problem and you want us to swat them. Yes, please. As swiftly and efficiently as possible. I've squandered enough of my time on Lord Commander Mason Garrelak and his band of marauders already. My people are forwarding you a set of coordinates on the planet's surface. Travel there and you will find the Stratford Narwhal, an old military bunker that has been repurposed into a dive bar, a notorious hangout for pirates and killers. Garrelak spends his days drinking at the Narwhal. Destroy the bar and you'll put an end to the man. Okay. I guess this is a way to do that. We can make that happen. When we're through with this guy, he'll never bother you again. Are we going to clear the bar out, or like... The thing is, I don't want to kill like a bunch of people who are just trying to get their drink on. Message me when you've brought this affair to a satisfactory conclusion. Okay. Like, we're sure he's going to be there. We've advanced scouted this, right? Okay, whatever. It's a 3-skull. Let's just go do it. So, this is a Tundra mission, which I am overjoyed to see. Sorry, I'm just, like, clicking forward here. Hold on. Go back. Go back? Is there not a back button? Okay, there we go. Things had to load in all the way. I didn't actually negotiate the thing. So max pay 709. At 3 skulls, I think we're very unlikely to see anything we actually want. I might just go all money again. I guess there's still weapons to be had, and the cost of 1 point of priority salvage here is only 150,000 C-bills. Yeah, okay, let's do this. There are still plus weapons that we could use. I have no idea why it is taking so long to load into this screen now. Maybe it's because we have so many pilots? Do we want to just bring the same squad? I kind of think so, actually. These guys work well. I don't want to try to soft pedal it on a Flashpoint. This is a mission we should take seriously. And I like Coyote in the Cyclops. Although I wonder if maybe Bulwark is not the most valuable skill to have in this thing. We should get somebody else with Breaching Shot who has some other skill to pair with it. That can be something, a project for our new mech warriors. somebody with breaching shot and maybe like... What are our options? It's going to be bulwark, sure footing, or sensor lock, I guess. And it's tricky to want to use sensor lock on the mech that stands that far back because that's the thing we want to be benefiting from the sensor lock. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't much matter what the other skill is. Stratford Narwhal is one of Garrelak's favorite watering holes. It's also a cesspool of vice, corruption, and terrible music. A real hive of scum and villainy, if you will. Taking it out may prove more difficult than you'd think. The bar was built in the husk of an old military complex, and its mech warrior patrons will probably attack you on sight. Okay, so we are attacking the place while it is full of other people, and they're going to run out to their mechs and shoot at us. Well, whatever. They probably don't have anything stands against an Atlas. Looks like a real dump. A dump with point defense turrets. This Garrelak guy must really like drinking in peace. You know, I actually feel a little bad about this. Most of the people here have nothing to do with Mason Garrelak. Plus, we're blowing up a lot of good booze. I was with you, and then you lost me. Listen, the job's the job, people. Commander, you're clear to proceed, but keep your eyes open for hostile Battlemechs. The locals won't be happy when you start putting their bar to the torch. Okay, well...
Alright. Keep your eyes clear and watch your sensors.
We get a pay bonus for destroying belligerent drunks. Feels a little harsh. Let's see, what's the best way to go up here? There are going to be turrets posted there. You see any other obvious turret points? That looks like one. Maybe here and here as well. So if we approach from here, I imagine we're going to get hit by shredders. Right, this is the front gate. So maybe we want to come around the back, fight the shredders from long range. Is that feasible? I guess we could, like, run up here. Alright, so for now, continue up the road.
Moving out.
But we're gonna try something a little bit sneaky.
Position confirmed.
And we're gonna do our best to keep the Atlas up with everybody else. Yes, we want to break off the path around here. I am getting a reading. Oh, wow. Okay, they did not wait for us to start putting the bar to the torch. They got a Thunderbolt, 55, Jaeger mech. Which kind of Jaeger mech is that? The guns kind. Well, it's a lot of mechs, but it's a lot of kind of short-range mechs. Or it's a lot of, not short-range. Lighter. It's a lot of lighter mechs. My brain is all scrambled today.
Moving out.
Now, I don't like this because, of course, any time that they have vision of us, we're going to be, in addition to fighting these mechs, getting bombarded by the long-range turrets at the back wall. Also, this is kind of a lot of mechs. Fortunately, here in the tundra, we should be able to fire our weapons pretty much with wild abandon. This is my favorite kind of abandon. Not that scared of that Shadowhawk. I'm debating whether we want to try to burn the Shadowhawk real fast, or whether I would rather precision strike the Jaeger mech and try to knock it out. It has a pair of AC-5s. It has a large laser and an LRM-10. Right, because this is like 90 damage from the AC-5s, plus another 50 from those, and another 50 from these. 190 damage. Is that the most damaging strike that we're likely to see here? I think it is. Yeah, so the Shadowhawk's just going to get to do what the Shadowhawk wants to do. I'm going to leave the Grasshopper right where the Grasshopper is for the moment, and we're going to focus on this Jaeger mech first. But it looks like I don't have direct line of sight on the Jaeger mech, though. Oh, never mind. This isn't that mech. The whole reason I gave them names is so that I'd be able to tell them apart. And yet, here we are. Do I want to precision strike? Yeah, let's just go for it. Most standard Jaeger mech builds keep ammo in the center torso. We might be able to get a good detonation here. Come on, get through. Yeah. Nope, nothing. Good shot, though. Good try. And now this thing's been pushed down to 1, so we don't have to kill it with the next attack. We will get to use all of our mechs before it gets a turn. Hey, it managed to hit me. Good for him.
Barely hit, Commander.
Alright, who else is moving on to? This Thunderbolt over here. What is the distribution of the weapons? So if we blow off his right arm, he
Yes,
loses
Commander.
one of his higher damage parts here. Let's just jump really far forward. I don't actually want to get in turret range. This should be okay, I think.
Here we go.
Trying to make sure I keep my evasion up. There are not turrets in these forward positions, but there is one right there. Alright, we can't aim, but we can pound an awful lot of damage into the right torso here. Or the right arm, whatever. Not enough to break through, though. Thunderbolts are tough.
I've been sensor locked.
Ooh, the Thunderbolt
Yes,
took a
Commander.
weird step at the end there. Do I have his back? I do. Well, I think we ought to take advantage of that. Would not take very much hitting his rear center torso to potentially provoke an explosion.
Ready for orders.
What about the Atlas? Does the Atlas have the Jaegermech? Yeah, okay. We can get a shot on the Jaegermech. Not a good shot, but a shot. Really, I can only generate a single point of evasion in one space over here? Also, hold on, am I hitting the Jaegermech there? No, I'm hitting the other thing. Yeah, actually, I cannot get the Jaegermech. Get a shot in on the Wolverine, but probably not a very good shot at this range with that much evasion. Okay, no, this is terrible. This is kind of what I was afraid of. All right, well, this might be a sprint turn then.
Roger, full speed.
We just got to get up into some kind of position to actually do a thing. And I think this Thunderbolt has successfully read the room and figured that I can't really afford to go after it right now because I have other things to do.
Got it.
Alright, so you get all those LRMs, and then turns out I have PPC direct line of sight only to this building? Well, I mean, we may as well.
Confirmed.
Not
Fire.
really generating that much heat anyway. Come on, ammo explosion. Yes.
I'm reading heavy damage to an enemy structure. Bring it down.
They've got a center lock on me.
Okay. Here come the long-range missiles. That's a lot of fire.
Reporting. Serious armor loss.
Okay.
Standing by.
They have 3 mechs left. And we need to get rid of some of these so that we can have a we can drop line of sight. I definitely am just going to jump behind the Shadowhawk and tear it apart. Yeah.
Engage jump jets.
She's not going to be able to fire everything this turn. But she's going to be able to fire enough. Well, maybe not enough, but enough to certainly put a scare into it. It does have ammo in the center torso. And we do only actually have to get 130 damage through. Yeah, we totally could just get a kill here, even without the explosion.
Enemy eliminated.
There's something kind of poetic about its foot slowly bouncing down the hill. I don't quite have the words for it, but there's something there. Alright, what are the odds that I can remove both of these mechs? Probably pretty low, right? Got a pretty clean shot on the Wolverine. The Thunderbolt. Can I get the back of the Thunderbolt with this thing? And indeed.
On the move.
I don't get to aim the shot, but it's still going to be a lot of damage.
Firing a full salvo.
Wow. Yeah, these things are just tough, man. Oh, and it turned again right as it ended its turn. So I think we have. I think we can shoot its back again with that mech at least. Question is, do we try to finish this thing off now, or do I just go straight for the Wolverine? I kind of want to just go for the Wolverine, because like I said, I think we have a really easy kill on the Thunderbolt
Ready for orders.
from behind. Can't get into its back arc. Maybe right here we just do this. I kind of want to, like, can I get close enough for machine guns? I can. We can really let him have it. The full force of this fully armed and operational Battlemech. Alright.
Affirmative.
Let's just take the unaimed shot. You do what you can. Okay.
Target
Not too shabby.
hit.
Very close to a kill. Grazed the cockpit with a little something there. We want to try to get, yeah, like this. A nice frontal shot. How are my arms and stuff? Doesn't really matter which side of the thing I show. I guess I want to show the right side, because all the missiles and stuff are in the left. Really? Oh, I'm inside LRM range. Shoot. I wasn't really thinking about it. Well, we're still going to fire everything. I managed to hit not a single point of damage to the center. Well, this guy's definitely screwed, though. And even on a kill there, we were not going to remove their vision of us. Alright, sensor lock on the Atlas. I like that. I feel like they could fire LRM pods at the Atlas pretty much all day. We are taking a lot of stability damage due to being on the rough ground, but I'm not too worried about that. Alright, so let's just finish this thing off, shall we? Are you really telling me you are joking? I can't hit his back armor? This is where having, like, even one jump jet would be really handy. And we try to come at him through the side here. Yeah, we have to go through all 120 points of the front armor. That's very annoying. Well, we can at least knock him down. Push him down to 1 initiative, and then the Atlas can just mulch him on the ground.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, Grasshopper moves in to finish off the other guy. Be pretty careful about how we move in here. Because I'm definitely, like, they're going to sensor lock me with one of the LRM turrets and hit me hard with the volley from the other one. I want to be careful about how I do this. I don't want to jump. Well, I only have to hit him for 19. I could afford to jump. We'll get some evasion, allowing us to survive some more enemy fire there. And then we only really need to fire, like, 2 weapons at this guy. Right, yeah, because he has no cover at all. So why don't we cut down to, like, that even? It's 2 missiles or the laser to the center does the job. No, let's be a little more certain. Okay.
Mech destroyed.
The Atlas should have no trouble finishing the job here.
Moving to position.
That is a heavy LRM turret. Really? Oh, I thought the turrets on this side were going to be... Oh, you know what? No, wait. Where does the... How do you get into this bar? You know, for real, there's not actually an entrance? There's no place that looks like it could even have a door in it? Okay. Well, I don't know what's going on. We have to put an awful lot of damage into this guy to get through. I kind of want to just shoot at the LRM turret. It is 232 health. This is not a problem for the Atlas at all. But I'm unlikely to actually kill the Thunderbolt with Coyote. Yeah, we'll just do this. Just finish the job.
Firing full complement.
Alright, Drunk's down.
Hostile eliminated.
Ready for orders.
So we do not have 232 damage here. I have 80, 140, 190. Almost all of it's going to land,
For an alpha strike.
but that LRM turret is going to have its day. You know, the Atlas is tough, but it can't sustain infinite punishment. We do need to wrap this up. Also, it's actually going to get knocked down in a second here.
I'm here. Ready for orders.
Who do we want? I guess this is a fine job for the Grasshopper. Just like jump way forward, get vision of this other turret, act as a spotter, and kill this thing with 2 medium lasers.
Affirmative.
Oh good, more belligerent chunks on radar. As our Grasshopper hangs unnaturally in the air. Well, let's try to get through these turrets real fast then. This is a heavy sniper turret. That's a pretty good weapon. What else do we have going on here? Heavy laser turret. These are some very serious weapons. They're not messing around. Alright,
Taking the
I'm
shot.
going to fire one more weapon that we need here, just in case. Remember, 95 is not 100.
One less turret.
What is the next priority? That's 140 damage. That's 100... Okay.
Read.
Heavy sniper
You?
turret is way more total damage. I'd love to get up to a cover position.
Position confirmed.
We don't know how many enemies we have coming in, where they're coming from, or how long it will take them to get here. And do I need to fire everything here? If we need 232, we're looking at 150, 230. Yes, I do need to fire everything. I guess I don't have to fire this, right? That's 150 damage, plus another 60? Wait. Yeah, no, I totally have to fire everything.
Confirmed.
Alright.
One less turret.
We're not going to be able to get this other one down. But the Grasshopper has a lot of evasion. I think I just saw the screen shake that accompanies a jump
Yes,
jet.
Commander.
Some very heavy mech just landed. Oh, I can't sprint. Man. Well. Just run over to here, let your weapons reset for a second. Get out of the rough ground, and I suppose I'm just sensor locking this turret to screw with its weapon systems. It's gonna have the PPC debuff on it too, hopefully. Can I get a clean direct shot? Oh, maybe not. Okay, well, I'd better head over this way. Give me a chance to cool down a little bit, though.
Locking on target.
And the Grasshopper's just gonna have to endure here for a moment. We do have, what, 5 points of evasion? Yeah, okay. It double missed. I guess we're outside of medium laser range. Okay, that is the same type of turret over there.
Waiting for orders.
And jump up on top of the wall here. If it'll let me select that. Probably don't want to do that. If I'm going to jump up, I want to jump inside the wall. Alright, so let's get this figured out. What can I afford to fire this turn? Okay. So this is 135 plus 48 damage. So it's more than enough to kill the heavy laser turret, and we're going to kill this one with combined fire from the long-range missile boats. So yeah, that should work.
Copy that.
Thank God for the tundra biome.
Turret destroyed, Commander.
Okay, apparently one of the enemy mechs has a small number of LRMs on it.
Commander?
I think we have one more round of firing everything before this mech needs a cooldown. I sure hope so, because we got to go pretty hard here. Once they're rid of this heavy laser turret, they will no longer have vision. This is probably going to be enough. Okay, based on miss rates, we're close enough to its max health that based on miss rates, it was theoretically, like, it wasn't inconceivable for that thing to survive and end up having to absorb some shots from the other Cyclops. Alright, let's get into these trees, shall we? We could just destroy the buildings, but we have hostile inebriates. Good for them, they found a second way to say drunk mech warriors.
Hauling ass.
Alright, we finally got a pickup.
Receiving you.
Whatever it is, it doesn't look very large.
Let's move.
It is going to make me actually kill these buildings after we finish the enemy mech warriors off. Alright, these guys are coming in under-armored, it looks like, which is very bad for them.
I'm here. Waiting for orders.
Alright, do I want to just reserve here? Wondering if I want to let this thing come forward and see if it's any more threatening. No, probably not. Shame we didn't get a turn off.
On my way.
That said, we do only have to get through 57 armor on this guy before an ammo explosion becomes a real concern for him. Let's turn off like that.
Engaging.
This will probably do this job. Actually, we had very bad luck there.
Critical hit, Commander.
We hit way fewer total rockets to the center than I would have expected given the percentages. Well, that's why you always gotta play smart around your percentages. The fact that it says each rocket has a 60% chance of hitting center does not mean that 60% of your rockets will hit center, you know?
Confirmed.
Alright, this mech is gonna have to just brace for a turn, which is fine. We could use the cooldown. Alright, we have
Minimal damage on that hit.
the ability to ignore 2 injuries per battle on our cockpit. That was number 1.
Waiting for orders.
Alright, this thing was already pushed down to Initiative 1. Or Initiative 2. We can push it down to Initiative 1 by
Standing by.
knocking it over. So I think that's what we're going to do here. We're going to have the Cyclops go first.
Confirmed.
Try to get that knockdown, and then we'll see. You know, it also might just blow up. We'll see what happens. I don't think I'm going to precision fire, because I want to save the precision fire for the Atlas. Okay. Good enough for me, and then the Atlas just barely gets vision of another guy. Hopefully it was a guy who fired this turn, and not a guy who chose to become guarded. Okay. So he's got cover, but nothing else. I want to actually see my percentages here. There we go. Only 70, but it doesn't take much.
Roger.
Oh, I didn't quite get there, really? That's a shame. He has 3 center torso health left. Ugh. They are going to get through the armor on this thing eventually. It has lost over 400 points.
Yes, Commander.
Glad we managed to get through the base turrets so quickly. Turns out I can just barely get a shot on that hunchback. But I will have to be out of cover to do it. The hunchback has guarded, but only 145 center torso health. We'll get to fire all the medium lasers and the SRMs at it. I'm going to go for this. We're going to show it the right arm, it looks like.
10-4.
Alright, see if we can get him.
Target locked.
I really wish I would have had range to just finish the other guy off. Okay, got through.
That's a kill.
That piece of hunchback torso might be our point of priority salvage if we don't get a cool weapon or something, because that is one of the mech types we are still missing. Alright, well, I probably split my fire this turn. We don't need to put too much into the Shadowhawk. It only has 20% damage reduction, so a non-damage boosted LRM will kill it. Oh, and over here we have a crab. Alright, well, we can put the B into U. I can just turn this off. If they do 60 damage each, the sensible thing to do here is to put the A into the crab, or to put that into the crab and this into that guy. This does only give us 10 chances to hit the center, but we're still pretty likely to do it on 10.
Acknowledged.
Seems like crabs might not be quite as rare as I was afraid they were. Also, no, I did not hit the center even once there. Frustrating. I mean, 10 chances was pretty good.
Orders.
That's like, obviously we're not in any danger here.
Got it.
Let's see about taking out this crab real fast.
One less target.
And then Coyote probably has this thing under control. Although it'd be nice if I could get a front shot. Can we get over far enough? There we go.
Firing all weapons.
Warriors, show 'em what you got.
Okay, so we now have effectively won the mission.
Waiting for orders.
But they're going to make me go and destroy the buildings anyway. 50 left. Alright, we definitely don't need to fire all this.
Engaging target.
You can miss buildings, which is why I've left an extra weapon active.
Shot, Commander.
Just in case there's something stupid happening.
I'm receiving you.
Kinda seems like you shouldn't be able to, but you totally can.
All right.
Enemy contact, by which it means you can now see these buildings again. Wait, the Atlas isn't actually going to be terribly helpful here, is it?
On it.
Move order received. I'm here.
Alright, so we just need to destroy any 3 remaining buildings. This building is small. It only has 100 health. Let's just do this.
Acknowledged.
This is a situation where it might be nice to have multi-shot on the grasshopper.
Target destroyed. Standing by.
Okay, if we get up on this hill, we get a little bit of direct fire. Large, medium, medium. Okay. 150 health, so... These two together would do it if every missile hit, but at 95%, we have to expect some misses.
One less structure.
Alright, one more. Okay, yes, I know that I destroyed it. It's trying to make me, like, really consider the implications of my actions here.
Roger. On it.
Okay, can we go home now?
Target site.
Is it going to make me actually walk out to the extraction zone, too?
I'm coming in hot.
I don't know if that's necessary, Samiri. Yeah, you can come in pretty cool. Alright, good news and bad news. The good side, the Stratford Narwhal is out of business. I don't actually care about that. We were paid to kill a guy. Okay, what's the bad news? I just got word that Garrelak wasn't in it. Why didn't we check? Why didn't we have somebody check? Just have Darius, like, go into the bar pretending he's just here for a drink, you know, scan the place, and then come back and tell me if he's in there or not. Alright, Samiri's got him on tight beam. Call me on the view screen when you're ready. Well, that was dumb. That was a dumb mission that we shouldn't have done. I can't believe nobody but me thought that we should check who was in the bar. And I apparently was not able to tell anybody the thought that I had, that we should check who was in the bar. That's pretty good pay. Alright, so I'm looking at my list o mechs here. We do not have a finished crab, but also we don't need one, it looks like. Is the crab? Yeah, the crab is from the expansion, so it's not actually part of the list. So, this hunchback. This hunchback is our Paul. Any cool weapons in the mix? AC 5s with plus damage. That's a lot of damage. Wow, remarkably little else. I suspect we're going to be getting some heat sinks here. Hey, look at that. What do you know? We also got a Shadowhawk 2H. We definitely already have one of those, but hey, we can sell it. And actually, a couple of those plus damage AC 5s is a nice pull. What I'd really like a couple of are plus damage AC 10s. We have a bunch of AC 10s with pluses on them, but they're all stability damage and crit right now. And the AC 10 is just under the headshot threshold. It does 60 damage, which will not kill a mech's head on a direct headshot. If you get even 5 plus damage on it, we could use it to try to clip people. Excuse me, at quite an impressive distance, too.
That mech you wanted is back online.
Alright, should I put the hunchback up? I guess I shouldn't right now, right? I was just thinking, like, this thing could be useful for tonnage, light tonnage requirements. I guess we could put it in over a mech that's not outfitted. Hunchback itself is not outfitted. But this is the one I'm thinking of, right? Yeah, this is the one I had in my other campaign. It does a very silly amount of damage for a 50-ton mech. I actually like it quite a bit. I don't know if we need to have a whole light tonnage lance or how the tonnage restriction stuff is going to work, but if we do want to have a whole like 50-ton or less lance, I think we have space in our base for that. We can make that happen. So, you're the horse's ass that blew up my favorite dive bar. You got a death wish, Ballard? Because you're one short hair away from me flying the Yojimbo right down your goddamn throat. Alright, man, you're still drunk, aren't you? You sound drunk. Darling, I always sound drunk. It's part of the brand. Wait, I know what you're up to. You're on Allard's payroll, aren't you? This whole thing has his stink all over it. I swear to God, that bastard's gonna pay. Yeah, that's not really my we got paid to do a thing. We're gonna do the thing. I got news for you, buddy. You're never gonna get whatever payback you're looking for from Justin Allard. He doesn't even know why you're after him. I don't give a damn what Allard knows, pal. I just want what's mine. And what's that? Justice? Revenge? Hell no! You ever top off your dropship's fuel tanks with justice? How much bourbon can revenge buy? What I want is the 250,000 sea bills Allard owes me, and I won't let the cheap bastard get a wink of sleep until I have it. Shit, we're getting paid more than that just to make you go away. Well now, maybe we can make this a win-win. You give me my 250,000, I'll go on my merry way, and we'll all save our Battlemechs any unnecessary damage. You have a deal? No? What? No, absolutely not. I will just shoot you in your stupid face. I'm not giving up my payday so you can drink yourself to death in a frontier bar. Allard paid me to deal with you, and that's what I'm going to do, because I love having a 250,000 sea bills. And my problem with Allard has become a problem with you. I can work with that. Here's how this is going to work. I'm going to drop a lance on the planet's surface in the crater you left when you took out my favorite dive bar. You send your best equivalent lance to take a swing at me. Side with the last mech standing wins. If that's you, I'll leave Allard alone. But if my marauders end up giving you a taste, you give me my 250,000 plus interest. Deal? What do you mean by equivalent lance exactly? Same drop weight. My crew runs lean and mean, and if you want to dance with the marauders, your crew needs to do the same. What that means is, if I see a Steiner Scout Lance or a 4-pack of King Crabs come waltzing out of your dropship, fights off. I got zero patience for that kind of bullshit, understood? Well... Huh. I wish he'd given us an actual number. Well... if we don't meet him in what he considers to be fair combat, he's not going to go away, right? And he's not going to be out there on the battlefield. It's not like we could cheat and just shoot him in his face and be done with this. He's going to send out 4 pilots. I guess we agree? Yeah, alright, this will resolve it. Good to hear. And when you do, my marauder's going to hand you your ass on a silver platter. You're scraping your lance off the battlefield. Don't say I didn't warn you. Yeah, I'm not that worried. Okay, Garlax's lance is on the ground waiting for you. Destroy them. This mission has a minimum overall lance tonnage that can be dropped into battle. Expect to drop a heavier, tougher lance. This is probably the wrong tooltip. It's probably supposed to be the lance tonnage maximum tooltip. Okay, it's 116. Let's just do it. So, out of curiosity here... well, I was going to say out of curiosity, let's jump forward and see what the tonnage is. I think we're going to go with this. We're sacrificing 200,000 sea bills by taking that point of priority salvage. Maybe I don't bother? His Battlemechs might be cool, though. They might have cool weapons in them and stuff. Yeah, let's take a point of priority salvage. In order to get 2 points of priority salvage, we have to go to here. That's a lot of lost money. Yeah, alright, let's do it like this. So what is my cap? It's gonna take a minute, apparently, to load in here. Maximum 230 tons. Well... as much as the Atlas is a total monster of a machine, I don't know that it's actually great punch per tonnage. Right? Because we can get a very similar amount of play. Ah, man, I kind of wish that Thunderbolt was still optimally equipped. I salvaged a bunch of its parts for the Atlas. Alright, okay, hold on. Let's just pull everything but the Grasshopper. The Grasshopper is a tremendous amount of punch for its tonnage. That's a good start. We can run 160 more. Honestly, I think the Hatchet Man is pretty good. Pretty good punch per tonnage. And then that lets us run another 115. So we could... if I run a Cyclops, that's it. We're not running anything else. If I run a Cyclops, we don't run the Hatchet Man, right? Like, let's say we take the really good LRM Cyclops. That leaves me with 90 tons... or not 90, I can't do math. 70 tons left to play with. We just bring, like... one of the other Grasshoppers. So it'd be a good time to have this Cataphract outfitted. We can bring one of the other grasshoppers. We can bring one of these guys. This is going to be a tundra biome, so I don't know that the flamethrower grasshopper is necessarily a great play. I mean, it's still... Yeah, it still has the same amount of damage output as the other grasshopper at medium ranges. Maybe it's just like double grasshopper and Cyclops. That's not a bad lance, actually. We're going to be outnumbered down there on the battlefield, but each one of my mechs is absolutely terrifying. And then we just bring... Who do we bring? Saber in the Grass Hotter, which of course is the one with the flamethrowers in it. And then... I do wish that there was a sort on the Mech Warriors. Breaching shot's probably not really valuable here. I want split fire. Maybe Hellebore? Maybe just Coyote again, honestly. Yeah, I want split fire. So... let's bring Hellebore because we don't get as many shots here. We have to be ready to actually get maximum value out of our aim. And this will be the first run in a while where we are not bringing the battle computer, so these 2-2-1 looks terrible to me. I'm just used to being so much faster. We could pull Rocket for one of the grasshoppers. Nah, this'll do. I bet this'll do. We're going to have to endure some fire from them. I'm sure they're going to be moving on 3 an awful lot. We'll probably be okay, though. So each one of these grasshoppers is capable of punching through the center torso of a medium mech pretty easily. Even a fully armored medium mech, honestly. Plus, they're both very mobile. The flamethrowers are not going to get a lot of valuable play, but we also don't actually end up in short range all that often. Most of the time it's just let's fire all the medium lasers, right? And both the grasshoppers are almost identical in that respect, except for the fact that the Grass Hotter does not have any lasers with plus damage. The other grasshopper only has 1, and then it has a bunch of extra crit chance, which may or may not actually be meaningful.
Command interface initiated.
Alright. So, you're reckless. I hope you're ready to get your teeth kicked in, because that's what's about to happen. Yeah, keep talking, Hotshot. Our lance will take you down first. Darius, this is not trash talk. Just don't... If somebody trash talks, just don't respond. You don't have to say anything. Can't kill me, Oliveira. Your people are about to learn that. Mount up, Marauders. Let's show these punks who they're dealing with.
I'm ready to fight, Commander.
Alright, I mean, I've definitely been more scared.
Move order received.
On my way.
So it would have been nicer to bring 4 mechs that have like good damage output, and like this is where that Hunchback with the 8 laser hardpoints in it would really come into play.
Position confirmed.
Sorry, we'll get like a full,
Moving out.
we'll get a lance of like 50 tonners together that we can play with. Okay, camera, get higher. Okay, yeah, so he has some upgraded gear and stuff. That mech's name is Rhythm Nation? Rhythm Nation, driven by Diva? Yo, Rhythm Nation's a really good name for a mech. Oh, it's a shame I have to kill you. I think we could have been good friends.
I'm there.
What are we looking at armor-wise here? Yeah, 170 central health, standing in the open. I don't know if we're going to kill you with this volley, but we'll definitely kill you shortly afterward. Also, one of those lasers just randomly went to the head. Seems spiteful.
Target down.
Grasshoppers are unfair.
Hostile on sensors.
Well, it's probably 3-on-3 now. Am I going to be able to get vision here? Not like actual vision. Not firing range, anyway. Yeah, still.
Engaging jump jets.
jump up here and let's see what we're dealing with. It is an awesome dragon. Yo, these guys are actually, like, extremely speaking my language. Alright, so they have another mech on 2. I don't think we saw a second mech on 3. Did we? Is there time there where they could have been moving something around? They might be 3322. Okay, it is still the case, I believe, that we would rather have an indirect shot than an obstructed direct shot, right? I don't know. It turns out it's the same with him. Well, I guess let's just move to the position where we have cover.
Location confirmed.
And then, yeah, we just give him everything we can.
Alright, I'll give him the whole 9 yards.
The whole 9 yards. He's got a couple of small lasers. He definitely wants to get in for a punch. Seems to me that is unlikely to occur.
Go.
Okay, yes, they are 3322. I don't know what Koshet would mean.
Light damage.
The name of that mech was Koshet, it looked like. Probably something Russian or Koshe. I have no idea. Driven by Valraven. I know Valraven.
I'm here.
Apparently the developers of this this expansion pack are fans of Waypoint's XCOM series. It is very good. Wish more people were playing strategy games. And Waypoint has been, at least last year, Waypoint was doing a good job of filling that hole in my viewing habits. So we're still looking at 220 through the center. Oh, he has an exchanger. These are some well-outfitted mechs. I like this. I like this thing where I get to go up against mechs that have, like, actual reasonable builds. I kind of think we're just going to run forward. I guess I could jump. I should never walk anywhere. Let's jump forward and just go hard on this dragon. See if we can't take it out real fast.
Taking a shot.
Man, not even through the armor. Close, though. Occam's Missile. Okay. That's the kind of stupid I can get behind. Yeah, I wish this kind of stuff happened more often. I want to fight people with, like, actual customized mechs and decent builds and cool names and stuff. You can get up here and get 4 points of evasion. We do not actually have aim for this guy, but I don't have to hit him that hard anymore, right? Yeah, we might still get him here.
Locked on.
No. Well, that's a shame, because now he's going to get to take a turn and run right up on us. He probably doesn't have melee range yet, but he will next turn if we're not careful. Okay, that's not really the range you want to be firing a PPC at.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, finish off the dragon? Probably finish off the dragon. Although I guess I don't know for sure that this actually is going to finish him off.
Heading out.
The dragon, this thing is also dangerous. I'm not as worried about the griffin. I think the catapult's probably more dangerous than the dragon is, but we're so close to killing the dragon. I think it makes sense to focus here a little bit. Ah, didn't quite get there.
Solid connection on that one.
Mech warriors, show 'em what you got.
You know, he's close enough that we could just punch him, probably. Problem with that is if I throw the punch and I don't get him, he then gets his turn and he's going to throw a punch right back.
Standing
So we
by.
probably do want to go for an aim shot, just so that even if I do fail to kill him, he still gets dropped down to low health, or he still gets dropped down to low initiative. I kind of want to jump to... And we're not really going to generate any evasion no matter how I do this. So I don't need to be in short range. I'm trying to generate whatever evasion I can here.
Location confirmed.
Alright. The odds of us not getting the kill here are really, really low. But let's just try to be smart. I don't want to lose a really good mech on some dumb crap happening in the 3-skull mission because I was overconfident, you know? So we need 3 hits center. This is very safe.
Copy that.
Yeah, we got him.
Target eliminated.
That is a shame. We salute you, brave Valravn. You saved the Earth, and then you rode an awesome dragon. Wait, was Valravn in that one? Yeah. Wait. No, that one's Valravn. Okay, I will salute you shortly. Presently. I wish you'd been in the awesome dragon, though. I think that's a good fit for your character. Okay. And so this thing has too many weapons, dealing too much damage. We got to get rid of that like yesterday. 47. So if I go for a precision strike and I don't get a kill, we are not going to we're not going to be back up to inspiration level on the next turn. How much armor am I looking at? Not really that much. Although I don't get to fire everything. Kind of think my play here is just going to be to jump forward. I want to try to threaten a melee attack.
Roger.
So what can I fire without going over the top here? Not very much, I think, right?
Roger that. Target's confirmed.
Alright, so on their turn, it'll be the Griffin, then one of my mechs that moves on 2, which will hit this guy with a precision strike. Alright, we could go for the precision strike from the nobody, I guess. Yeah, actually, let's do that. Just knock his initiative down right now.
I'm gonna give him the big bubble.
That was a pretty big
Let's
baboon.
make it happen.
I know I'm always yelling at you for saying that. But I can't say that you are wrong. That was a big baboon.
Reporting heavy damage.
Alright. The rough terrain in between me and him is going to mess with my movement a little bit, so I'm not sure I'll be able to get the punch in. Oh, this is crazy. What are you doing, man? Guy has no sense of self-preservation. Okay, I totally do have the punch, and I think we just throw the punch from the front. We can throw a punch from the side. He's pretty screwed up on that side. I'm a little nervous about just putting my back to the Griffin, right? Although I guess either one of these spots really lets him hit me in the back if he wants. Yeah, I guess let's do this, because we have a better chance of just hitting dead center with this punch.
Coordinates received.
That's a shame.
Reporting critical hit.
86. Alright. So I was hoping we'd hit center there and get a kill, because I would really love to have Saber in the Grass Hotter able to jump behind this guy and get the rear shot, but I think we have to... Do I not have a... Okay, no, I have a shot here. That's weird. The red line is not appearing, which makes me a little nervous. Alright, we're fine. Yeah. Right, the red line is not appearing between me and the catapult, which is strange.
Moving out.
Yeah, I think we gotta prevent that thing from getting up. Nope, okay, it had a red line when we were just hovering over here. Okay, I guess I should have trusted it, despite the fact that... Yeah, alright. So we just brace? Yeah, I mean, there's nothing else to do. The catapult gets to get up and take a turn. which sucks. I'm not imagining that, right? There was a red line when we were hovering over the movement space, and it just went away when we committed. The Grasshotter is probably going to take some actual structure damage here.
Orders.
So now that we have another round to go, do I want to change up my strategy at all? Pushing this thing down to 2 initiative doesn't actually do anything. Since I'm taking the last action on this turn, they'll get the first action on the next turn, and he'll go before us, even though he now has the same initiative we do. So we just finish off the catapult. And that is enough health that we are definitely going to precision strike at center.
Everything I've got.
Alright, and this is very likely
Tango
the Griffin's
down.
final turn, so it better make something happen here.
Go.
Sorry, did it pass? It passed. It just elected to
I'm
do
here.
literally nothing. I understand that you are concerned about your safety,
Received.
but going into guarded mode to receive bulwark does not help you if you are putting your back to me. I don't understand this play at all. Well,
Copy that.
that ought to handle that.
Mech warriors, show 'em what you got.
Yeah, bizarre. Maybe he was, like, stuck? But even if he was stuck, he should have turned around. Whoa there, Ballard. You win. Let me collect what's left of my lance, and I'll get out of Allard's hair. Yeah, I don't know if I believe him, boss. What's going to stop this guy from turning around and pulling the same nonsense again the minute we leave? You know what, Yang? That's not our problem, as long as he doesn't pull it again until after we get paid. I'm a man of my word, and even if it wasn't true, I'm not stupid enough to let the same train hit me twice. In this analogy, you're the train. Yes, thank you. You get it. Then we're square. You clear out, I'll scrape my marauders off the field, and Allard can go on enjoying the money he owes me. I wash my hands of it.
Mission successful.
Okay, well, that was easy. That was weirdly easy. Let's see what rare items we get as a reward. I wonder what happens if you refuse to commit to the battle with him. Or, like, if you refuse to commit to the battle he wants. I assume we could just chase him down and run him over with our full-strength lance. Alright, so we got some cool weapons here. We do not actually get to take any of his mech parts. We could take the injury resist cockpit, and we do not have another one of these. We're currently using both of ours. So that's definitely interesting. Plus 5 damage light laser is okay, or large laser rather, is okay. 45 is not that different from 40. Plus 5 damage small lasers are also, like, fine. I think I'm going to take the cockpit mod. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think any of this other stuff is all that great. Okay. The real reward here is the Flashpoint reward, not that piddly little mission thing. Also, I need to come up with good names for our mechs. I'm embarrassed now. Haven't seen that guy in action. Awesome dragon emblazoned along the side of that mech. I can't believe what an embarrassment we are. That's alright, we're gonna fix it. It's cool to meet Valravn. It's a shame we had to blow him up. Alright, Allard, we did the thing. Give us the money. Ah, Mr. Oliveira. I take it the Gerlach is dead? Oh, our job was to kill him. No, our job was to make the problem go away. Did he say kill specifically? I think he said make it go away. We made it go away. Not as such, no, but he won't be bothering you anymore. We saw to it. Explain? We defeated his best mech warriors in a duel. Gerlach said that if we let him pick up the pieces of his lance, he'd clear out and never bother you again. Now, before you say anything, the guy was being sincere. I think he realized that he'd bitten off more than he could chew, with us and with you. He'll probably slink off to some remote corner of the frontier and bury his head in the sand for a while. Well, that's about what I'd expect from a drunk like Gerlach. Thank you, Commander. You've removed a particularly irritating thorn from my side, and I won't forget it. With that, I must return my attention to more pressing matters. Be well, Commander. Allard out. Yeah, Darius. Stop blocking the reward window. That's the thing we really want to see. Did I gain rep with the Capellan Confederation? They gave me a piece of a king crab. Oh, that's excellent. And a plus 10 damage large laser, a couple of plus damage AC-20s, one entire fire starter for some reason, a heat bank, plus 10 max heat, plus 5 overheat threshold. Huh. Never seen one of these before. Well, I'll be honest with you, I don't think that's a great piece of gear, but at only 1 ton, it doesn't really have to be great. And they completed our king crab for us.
That mech you wanted is back on. That mech you asked for is cleared.
One of the most heavily armed and armored mechs ever constructed, the King Crab Quadruple Zero is capable of massive burst damage. A pair of heavy close-range autocannons from its primary weaponry, backed up by ranged weaponry to fire as it closes distance. Yeah, like having a weapon to close as you fire having a weapon to fire as you close distance. That sounds like a good idea. I could do some of that. So we definitely don't need to put this fire starter in active duty. But we could bounce this second Orion. There's no way I'm going to use this thing for the King Crab. We got some big mechs now. Alright, well, we have a couple of jobs left to do here, but obviously those are going to wait for next time, because this episode's almost 2 hours long already. Listen, I just really like Battletech. I'm having a good time, so I don't mind running them quite so long. Poor us, unable to do cool pirate missions. Yeah, we're never going to get our pirate rep back up. That's beyond salvaging. So, here's some very difficult stuff that we're going to work on when we come back, but for now, that is going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time when we maybe bite off a little bit more than we can chew. And we'll see you then.